Getting it on Rogue. I think Assassin is actually that bad. It deserves to be in D. It needs an absolute overwrite. Just because the third level features are decent, yeah, this one wastes so much time on trying to like force you to roleplay a specific thing. It's not great. Yeah, why does it not give you advantage on initiative rolls, right? This thing needed something to allow you to use its features easier. It just flops so fucking hard. You like it more with my crit rules, the swapping the vulnerability and crit mechanics. Yeah, do you not like disguises? Yeah, especially as a fucking 9th level feature. What the fuck? The flavor might be all right, but this is not a feature. This is a feat. They had so many better things they could have done with this. Oh my god, this sucks so hard. Imposter is also one that just does not. Oh my god, this is what happens whenever you try to hard code in roleplay as a subclass feature in a combat simulator. If you go in so hard on roleplay that you lose sight of the fact that it's a fucking fighting fantasy game, this is what winds up happening. You get feedback, like really poor feedback, like you're going to get with the assassin. This is not a fantastic option. Is it in broken / non-functional? Ooh. I can't prove that any of it is objectively non-functional, but wow, is it bad? Like, holy shit, wow, is it bad? The way I separated assassin and spy was different. Subclasses and vagabond was, thanks. One subclass for being a striker and one for being a social deceiver. Yeah. You have to basically cage someone up for this to work. Like, this is requiring a very specific interaction to it, or you copy some of your buddies or something. The way that you want this to work, it just fucking doesn't. It's not a 13th level feature. Oh, that's so bad. It is so bad. And this, what? You must spend 7 days? And who the fuck? Why? Why is this here? What? Okay, you know what? To the fucking Shadow Realm. I think it's fair to say Assassin needs an entirely new subclass. Absolutely entirely. Infiltration expertise. Not only is this, you must spend 7 days, most fucking DMs would just say that this was completely goddamn Gucci for you to do what that 9th level feature is trying to get you to do. Oh, God, it's bad. God, this is so fucking terrible. If I'm going to say that Bard, like Spirit's Bard, is down here in this, Assassin has to be down here as well. This, in all practical play, legit. In all practical play, these are nothing. This is nothing. You don't have half of your subclass. What they need to do is lean in on the fact that they did give them Poisoner's Kit and allow this to, like, any damage you do with sneak attack that's poison damage or whatever, it dealt with poison damage ignores certain resistances or immunities or something like that. Yeah. 2 out of the 4 levels do nothing. Legit nothing. Yeah. It needs to ignore poison damage immunity for sure. You do that, and I think it's probably feeling okay. Thief. Oh God, I want Thief to be good. This alone right here has to keep it up above C for me. Supreme Sneak should have been on every rogue. But like nobody really tracks it though. Use magic device is cute. Thief's reflexes is really that is a capstone. That's very nice for them. I love this just for what it inspires right here. I don't know that I would say incredible, but it's very, very nice. It does do some things that I think are actually pretty interesting, but I don't think that it's doing them to a level of which basically anytime that we've asked, is there something cool that we can do with the Thief? We keep getting no from Jeremy Crawford. And it's like, what? But why? Why not? Like, what? Why? No. Give me the toy. Like, yeah. You like subclasses that change how the player interacts with the world. Yes, right? Like making you think about like, ooh, what am I going to do with use an object as a bonus action? Oh, wait, what? What can I do? That's so cool. And this is a part of the reason why I know Baldur's Gate 3 did this, but this is a part of the reason why I'm a little bit against the idea of potions as a bonus action. I know, hot take, but maybe if it's simply to drink them, whatever. But I love the fact that Thief's power budget does use Use an object as a bonus action. That's so fucking fun. I adore that. Yeah. Throw an Alchemist Fire. Yeah, right? Thief. I actually think Thief is quite cute. I'm going to put it in B. That's okay that you're wrong. Yeah. Fuck off, kid. Ooh, yeah, we want to talk about Arcane Trickster. Okay. Boy, this comes with an asterisk that I'm aware, and I agree with people that it's very, this is a fun idea. I think that Arcane Trickster is a fun idea. However, it is deceptively bad. See, yeah, and now we're already seeing the kind of the sway happen here. Someone said F, someone said S. Let me see it here. Best rogue, what's there to talk about for Arcane Trickster? Oh, I don't want to ruin it for you. This is not a great sub. The capstone is fucking terrible. I honestly think this is one that people are probably going to disagree with me on, and that is fine. Arcane Trickster is a complete trap. Absolute complete trap. It's good if there's no casters in the party, I guess. Yeah, maybe. Do it, ruin it for them. Okay. All right. So with Arcane Trickster, you do get the Mage Hand thing. The Mage Hand thing is cute. I like the fact that they're giving you Mage Hand Ledger Domain, but like, let's be real here. Is this doing much for you? I guess like this is nice flavor stuff that's in here. I guess you can use the bonus action granted by your cunning hand, your cunning action to control the hand. This is okay in here. I like, if they're going to give you spell casting, this is about the most that they could give you. All right. There is a lot of flavor in here. A lot of flavor. Not a lot of mechanical weight though. Okay. So you're getting the spell casting and you're getting a pretty restrictive spell list for this. There are some spells that are on here that are quite good. In fact, the main reason why you're taking Arcane Trickster is for greater, is it greater invisibility? Someone remind me if I'm wrong in chat. I'm trying to remember. But basically, once you hit that point, Arcane Trickster looks very good for its spell casting, but that is what it is essentially forcing you to take. Basically, there is like one way to build an Arcane Trickster. Magical Ambush. Here we have a 9th level feature that actually seems like it's kind of decent. If you're hidden from a creature when you cast a spell on it, the creature has disadvantage on any saving throw it makes against the spell this turn. Okay, Versatile Trickster. As a bonus action on your turn, you can designate a creature within 5 feet of the spectral hand created by the spell. Doing so gives you advantage on attack rolls against that creature until the end of the turn. This is a little bit falling into the True Strike problem. If you land that first hit with an action, that's going to feel good. But if you use your bonus action to do this right here and you miss, that is a huge ass whiff. Really, and Silvery Barbs does come along. And yes, it can take Silvery Barbs. The real big problem that's happening for me is in its capstone. This capstone abso-fucking-lutely blows. And it's a trap. Oh, buddy, does this one suck. The Versatile Trickster thing, I am very meh on this as a whole. There are so many other ways for you to generate advantage on attack rolls that like this thing right here is so nothing burger. At the, where are they at? Steady Aim. As a bonus action, you give yourself advantage on your next attack roll during the current turn. You can use this bonus action only if you haven't moved during the turn, but after you use this bonus action, your speed is 0 until the end of the current turn. So at most, now that we've gotten that in Tasha's, if you're playing with the stuff over there, this is basically getting phased out if you're playing this at range. Either this is gating you out of like one of the main benefits of using like light weapons and dual wielding it, or like if you're using it at range, this is nothing. Spell Thief? Wow, this capstone is such a fucking trap. Absolutely a trap. Couple reasons why. So you gain the ability to steal the knowledge of how to cast a spell from another spellcaster. Immediately after a creature casts a spell that targets you or includes you in its area of effect, you can use your reaction to force the creature to make a saving throw with its spellcasting ability modifier. So it's already going to be most likely something it has a strong save with. You can use this with your buddies to maybe swap some spells, but like, what a weird, just let them do that if that's what you wanted them to do with it. All right. This DC equals your spell save DC. And you could have said right here, they can willfully fail this. And then maybe your buddies can give you other spells. But like, what an odd thing here. On a failed save, you negate the spell's effects against you. And you steal the knowledge of the spell if it's at least first level and of a level you can cast. It doesn't need to be a wizard spell. For the next 8 hours, you know the spell and can cast it using your spell slots. The creature can't cast this spell until 8 hours have passed. This has to be an offensive spell because you have to be a target of it. You can't steal like a buff that it would be doing on itself. You just can't do that. It also notice you have to have the ability to cast the spell. You are at 17th level, and at this point, you are able to cast 4th level spells. You're at 17th level. Everything at this point, you're supposed to be fighting fucking gods at this point. They're not casting 4th level spells. They're not. The whole point of at this tier, these are supposed to be crazy fights where like 9th level spells just hit right here, and suddenly it's saying you can steal a 4th level spell if you're cast as a target and this thing fails that saving throw. This does not happen in practical play. I would say that this likely happens. Yeah, it doesn't even work for shield either. Because you're not the fucking target. Because yeah, you can't be targeted with shield. So you can't take that. Oh man. Yeah, there are additional spells that you can take with the subclass, but like I think that most likely you're taking silvery barbs with it these days, which I guess whatever. If we're gonna say that a broken spell makes this one worth it, then like that's not that's not the way I'm looking at it. This feature deserves a rewrite. Absolutely deserves a rewrite. I cannot find a use for this that I think is ever going to come up in practical play. This maybe comes up once in a campaign. The real capstone that they get is that they're getting like greater invisibility here. Yeah, and even then, it's an illusion of choice thing for me. I think that Arcane Trickster is a lineup of a lot of things that look really good until you really try to chew them out in the system. And then it's just so fucking dog shit. It could have been a 9th level ability. Yeah, this could have been something really cool that kicks on at 9th to make sure that as you're going into this next tier of play, oh man, this does feel really solid. 9th level, you're swapping out what? 2nd level spells? These are still coming up. These are still kind of happening. Whenever you get the 3rd level spells, even still, people are probably lobbing fireballs. Yeah. At this point though, the DM is looking for like the biggest, scariest monsters they can find to try and challenge you guys. This is where, like I said, you should be fighting gods. You should be fighting some creatures who, like, honestly, if you're looking at the new way that they're writing monster stat blocks, if they're going to start getting rid of spell casting in monster stat blocks, this doesn't work. This does not work. What's more overhyped, Vengeance or Arcane Trickster? Probably Vengeance, but like, still, I think that Arcane Trickster is the ultimate trap subclass at making you think that like everything looks great on paper and it sounds so goddamn cool, but like, woof, doesn't ever flop. It's just totally impractical. I think that Arcane Trickster, honestly, their real capstone is that 4th level spell slot getting you greater invisibility. This is a feature that just does not work like you want it to. If whenever it comes into play and it happens, whatever. Yeah, whatever. Versatile Trickster, this has already been outclassed by Tasha's. Magical Ambush, this is okay. This is all right. Whenever you get greater invisibility, ooh, that's quite good. That's quite good. This is a nothing feature. This is nothing right here. The spell casting is the best part of this. The rest of it is so flop. So yeah. Now that I've done all that, Arcane Trickster, chat, where's it going? To me, there's aspects of it that deserve a complete rewrite. I think that this one is actually broken and non-functional because it's not doing the things that it wants to do. The spell lists do help carry it. It does. F for mechanics, D because the concept. Rewrites here. But if we had a rewrite, yeah, I would definitely be putting that in a rewrites here. Yeah. I think I'll put it up at the top of D. Like, it'll work, but the features don't really work all that well. Oh, yeah. I don't think Magical Ambush really works for most spells because as soon as you cast a spell with a verbal component, you become unhidden. Oh, God, what a doofy. Yeah, it looks so cool. I get that a lot of people want this one to really, really work out, but this one has gotten away with people thinking, oh, yeah, that's how that should work. Uh-huh. And like it just really doesn't, unless you take Mana Magic subtle spell. That's probably a part of the reason why they actually did that, honestly. That's super goddamn funny. Okay. All right, let's get into some really interesting ones now. All right, Swashbuckler. This one is probably going way up here. I would say, actually, I think it's fair to put Swashbuckler right around here. Yeah, this is a significant shift away from how your sneak attack is going to function. They definitely hit all of the thematics of it. This was a huge win. They knocked this one out of the park. Panache I saw come up constantly. Rakish Audacity is very good. A bonus to initiative equal to your charisma modifier. And then the unique use of sneak attack is sick, disgustingly good. This is going to come up constantly. You want to go with the duelist? Yes. The Road to Eldorado subclass. Yeah. So sick. Elegant Maneuver is very relevant. The Master Duelist in here, if you miss with an attack, you can roll it again with advantage. It's very cute, and if it does work, you're going to get your sneak attack off on that. Look, I love this so much. I think that there's a lot of Swashbuckler to really appreciate. I know some people, it's not like their big favorite one. That's fine. I think that what Swashbuckler intended to do, it definitely hit the nail directly on the fucking head. Swashbuckler is very much deserving of S. There are a lot of things that are still above it, but yeah, I think that it's very fair to say Swashbuckler is one of the best rogues. Scout is also, I think, actually slightly stronger than the Swashbuckler. The problem I kind of see happening with Scout, sometimes it might feel like these features aren't super fantastic, because like with Skirmisher, you're kind of having to wait until this ends that move, and then you can move again, but then if it just moves up next to you, this is kind of not really much of anything. Scout is good. I think that Scout is very strong. This is a better Ranger than the Ranger. This is what the Ranger should have felt like. Superior mobility, granting you an additional 10 feet of movement, climbing or swimming speed. At 9th level, I'm not a huge fan of this. If Rogue was getting this at 6th level, I would probably say that I'm more, yeah. You have advantage on initiative rolls. It's happening a little bit late. Notice that you and others, so you are acting as a guide and basically telling your buddies, yo, here, go in on this motherfucker. Bam, as soon as it is fucking sick. You also, yes, you get 2 more expertises up in here. Sudden Strike. If you take the attack action on your turn, you can make 1 additional attack as a bonus action. This attack can benefit from your sneak attack, even if you've already used it this turn. But you can't use your sneak attack against the same target more than once in a turn. This is kind of a little bit of a deal breaker for me. But like, you know what? It's Horde control. I'm here for it. I like Sudden Strike. I think that there may have been something else that they could have gotten in here, but overall, the entire package of the Scout definitely hits the intended function of it. Is it multiple ability score dependent? No, not at all. You're already getting the double proficiency bonus for skill checks. Nothing in regards to what it's doing in combat is being affected here. You could just not really invest into... I'm thinking Rogue really wants dexterity, and then they most likely really want constitution, right? After that, you're getting your roleplay feature, or your roleplay, I guess your roleplay dynamic, right? And with that roleplay dynamic, Rogue is super flexible, because you can either go high int, you can go high whiz with the Scout, which I think the Scout is the only one that really invests into wisdom, or you can go high into charisma if you want to go with a swashbuckler, right? So Rogue has a really flexible roleplay dynamic that it can fit into in a bunch of different ways. They don't need charisma. Nope, they don't. They get intelligence as their weak save in the class. That's so whatever. You know that doesn't mean that you have to invest into that. Doesn't the Inquisitive Rogue invest into Wiz? Does it? I thought it was intelligence. Okay, it's a mix of both. Steady Eye is, yeah, I actually quite like that one. I really like Scout quite a bit. I would actually probably play a Scout over playing a Swords. Ooh. I think that's probably the best place I could put the Scout. Yeah, I think that's where I've got to put it. Arcane Trickster isn't, yeah. Okay, so Inquisitive has some interesting features that are going on with it. I like the whole 3rd level loadout. It's quite good. Oh yeah, if this doesn't tell you that Eloquence has some problems right here, see how it's, whenever you make a Wisdom Insight check to determine whether a creature is lying, treat a roll of 7 or lower on the D20 as an 8. And then over in fucking Eloquence Bard, it was like, oh, whenever you make a Persuasion or Deception check of any kind, you treat any roll lower as a 10. Right? Oh, fuck that subclass. I hate that subclass so much. Oh, God. This is the highest you should ever put a skill floor. And this is disgustingly good already right here. This is pretty okay. I mean, sure, we're getting a little bit of help in that. That's fine. Insightful Fighting. I really think that this is cool. Oh my God, I think this is cool. A way for you to use your sneak attack against it as long as you pass one of these checks, contested by its deception check. If you succeed, you can use sneak attack against it, even if you don't have advantage on the attack roll, but not if you have disadvantage, yada, 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 right? Awesome. Bonus action setup. For the rest of the fight, you guarantee you have sneak attack if you pass this check. And there's easy ways for you to make sure you goddamn better well know you're going to pass this check right here. Very easy for you to pass this. Yeah. Eye for detail, you can use a bonus action to do something most DMs let you do for free. It's a bonus action. No, not you. No. Some DMs probably would, but that's not how the rules are written. It does specifically state, and like this is what they're cleaning up for like the future edition, is that anytime that you're basically making a skill check, they are solidifying that that is an action unless the game tells you something otherwise. If you've been doing something else, well, then that's not really how the game is intended. You have advantage on any perception or investigation check. If you move no more than half your speed during the same turn. So you set up. Oh wait, no. Sorry, that's not the setup there for the insight check. I feel like if this really had a bit more weight in the game, it's whatever. I think the 9th level is kind of piddly, a little bit piddly. The unerring eye, the action since the presence of illusion shape changers not in their original form. Situationally strong about what all is happening in here. Eye for weakness. While your insightful fighting feature applies to a creature, your sneak attack damage against that creature increases by 3d6. I'd be really interested to see how, or like kind of what they would do with this, with the new idea that they're doing with that cunning action thing. I like Inquisitive. I like what it really wants to do. I don't think that it deserves to be up in S, but it is making you think differently about playing the rogue, which is super cool. And I think that all in all, what it's trying to offer out, I would actually probably put Inquisitive probably just below Shepherd. That's what makes the most sense. I think that Shepherd is about the closest I can get to pushing that S line. I think that Shepherd is the top of A to me. I think that's the one that defines what it means to be an A. Mastermind. God, I wish this one was so cool. I wish this one was so good. Bonus action help. Whenever we saw this, all the home brewers freaked the fuck out. Every home brewer saw this and we were like, oh my God. Oh, we can use that. Oh, that's so good. Like, oh yeah. We all wanted this one to be so goddamn good. But wow, what a flop. If there was ever one that, if WotC was like, guys, we can only redo one subclass from all of 5e to make it into all the print books, and our design team is not going to do it. Instead, we're going to hire some outside work to fix this thing for real. Who are we calling? But which one would we be doing? I honestly think that Mastermind is my pick. I think that Mastermind is my one that I'm like, you all got so fucking close to such a cool idea here with this one. And it just kind of flopped. Yeah, you're kind of mad that the Hobgoblin lacks some synergy with the Mastermind Rogue. Yeah, it's tricky. Now that we've had a lot of other content that's introduced into the game, it would be really cool to see like what they would wind up doing with this one with some more like modern design sensibilities. Insightful Manipulator is just not good. This is not a good feature. It looks cool, like this is giving you something like this scan-like abilities, like from JRPGs. It's not doing it. This is not good. Why the fuck? Who cares about how many class levels it has? I guess the best that you could say out of this is like some drunkard is playing dumb at the tavern, and then you actually wind up finding out, oh no, they have an intelligence score of 25. Holy shit, they a mind flayer. I don't know, it's something like that, right? I guess there's some ways in which you can make that cool, but like it's just blah. It's blah. The Crow, what up, man? It's like playing a spider in Blades in the Dark as playing a Mastermind should feel. Yeah. But like it doesn't hit the right note. This is one of my favorite features. I love this. I adore this. But the rest of it is a flop. Master of Intrigue could have been cool. Yeah, give me these two, but I need more than this. You know what you could have done with Mastermind? Oh my God, I think I just figured it out. You know what they should have done with this? If the roll is an attack, your sneak attack dice apply to the fucking attack that your buddy makes. The fact that that's not on there, is that a regular fix? Is that a common fix that people have proposed? Because I just thought of that, and I don't know if I've seen it somewhere. Am I just recalling something? Like, just make this apply your sneak attack damage to the one that you granted advantage on. Like, do that. And it's fucking sick that you do that. And this feels so goddamn strong. Unfortunate because, oh my God, for the flavor and everything, I actually really, really like Mastermind. I don't think that Mastermind suffers as much as Arcane Trickster. It's just really unfortunate. They're just not that great. They're just not, yeah, it's just really not that great of features, you know? Always help the Paladin subclass, I guess, at that point. I mean, sure, yeah, it's one of your buddies. You'll find a synergy that works, do it to it. Soul Knife, I could not be bothered with this one to ever have read it. I actually almost take a little bit of pride in the fact that once they released psionics for 5e like they were, I completely ignored the system as it was released in Tasha's. I could not tell you what this thing does at all. I have no way of rating it. I'm just going to say I'm really just not super interested in it overall. It was a way for them to hand wave ever writing another magic system for the game. It's like the best skill-based rogue. I'm just going to leave it up to chat. Chat, you all tell me. Because honestly, if I could make it through this whole edition without ever reading it, that'd be hilarious. Yeah, because they killed the Mystic so they could get a bunch of bland psionic subclasses. So chat, you all tell me, where's it go? You all make up my decision for me. Yeah, we will be looking at Phantom. Yeah. If it was S, I would have heard about it. Someone would have told me I need to check it out. C but high. Okay, so I'm seeing lots of A's. I'm seeing some B's. I'm seeing like 1 or 2 C's. Your friends tell you A tier, you never read it. If there was something good in here, we would have heard about it. I would have heard about it. As much as I studied this game and I intentionally avoided this thing, if there was something good about it, I would have heard about it that would have caused me to read it. I'm going to say, whatever. You know what? There. I'll do that so people don't look at this thing and they go, what the fuck is wrong with that? Okay, yeah, it's because I haven't read it. I don't care to be bothered with it. It's quite good. Phantom. Whispers of the Dead. That's right. Okay, you gain the, yes. All right, I'm remembering this one now. They had the Grave Bolt thing, right? Second creature. Wait, no. Tokens. They had the cute token thing. They were going to do a Grave Bolt thing in here, and then we found out that the Grave Bolt that they had in the UA was fucking crazy. The tokens. Yeah. Okay. Immediately after you do your sneak attack damage to a creature on your turn, you can target a second creature that you can see within 30 feet of the first creature. Roll half the number of sneak attack dice for your level, rounded up, and the second creature takes necrotic damage equal to the roll's total, as well as the dead surround them for a moment. You can use this feature a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus, and you regain expended uses when you finish a long rest. Flexible Skill Monkey. Tokens of the Dead. I remember reading this and thinking it was like kind of okay. You get these like tiny trinkets, like these soul trinkets, and then you can like spin them, right? You can use them in the following ways. Yeah. Advantage on death saving throws. Constitution saving. Okay. When you deal sneak attack damage on your turn, you can destroy one, and then immediately use Whales from the Grave without expending a use of it. Okay. As an action. I don't like the tracking going on with this one already at the 9th level. Plus, really weird that this is kicking on at 9th level. Here's a new subsystem to really learn. The spirit appears and answers something new in life. Yada yada. Okay. I guess that's cute. A spectral form, yeah, that you can go. Okay, incorporeal movement is always going to be very strong. I still disagree with it as a 13th level feature. I think that it's fine probably earlier on, but I can see why people are hesitant for it. There's additional damage it's kind of dishing out. This necrotic damage is going to be probably kind of okay. Phantom overall, I'd be more stoked to play Inquisitive. The flexibility is decent, but I don't like that was what they ran with for like, oh yeah, spooky undead thing. I never really understood why they went with that. Yeah. The 9th level does feel like a 3rd level feature. Yeah, like you see how this is using a whole lot of text to not really say much? And same thing with this. Like, I feel like this is just a problem with like later 5e stuff. Well, really, it's just all 5e stuff. Whenever you spend this much time on a page to not really get a lot of mechanical weight out there, I'm not a huge fan of flavor text in the mechanic itself. Inquisitive isn't super bad. No, Inquisitive is actually kind of okay. I think I'm just going to have Phantom stuck in A. the token thing, I'm sure someone might do an analysis of it and be like, oh, yeah, that's super crazy. Taron, you're fucking stupid. Whatever. That's fine. I think Phantom, as I look back on 5e, compared to all this other stuff that's in here, I like so much more what the rogue is doing with Scout.